Instead of using AI to analyze documents in isolated chats or giving AI access to all of your external tools, this video will show you how to create one single place to analyze and review all of your documents, and you only have to prompt it once. At the end of the video, I'll show you how to create a form and an interface to view the results, so you never have to touch the database unless you want to. My name is Graham, and I work with Internyl Consulting to provide custom solutions for service businesses using AI and no code. In all of our experience, nearly every client's operations intersect with document analysis at some point, all the way from commercial products built around document analysis to document analysis being the first step in a larger workflow. So whether you're looking to scale your entire operation or you just want to learn more about how AI can help your team in the day-to-day, this video is for you. Thanks for being here. Let's get right to it. Over 75% of legal professionals use AI, but most of the firms that we talk to are making at least one of these mistakes. Either they're analyzing documents in isolated chats that require them to copy and paste the output into a different environment, or maybe they're using AI in a way that doesn't allow the rest of the team to collaborate and see what they're working on. Lastly, they are using inconsistent prompts that yield inconsistent results. All of these things are extremely frustrating and oftentimes lead somebody back to the old way of doing things, the more manual way. That way there is more control and more predictability, but less speed and more manual labor. But control and predictability are not only found in the manual approach. These things can actually be engineered with sound system design. And the tool that we're using today helps us do exactly that. Engineer a system for control and predictability. That tool is Airtable. We begin with a solid foundation of data. What sort of data? Well, we can ask what, who, and how. What is this? What are we actually building here? A centralized place for the team to analyze and review documents for quicker decision making. Who will be using it? This system could be used by paralegals, attorneys, or other support staff. How will they be interacting with this system? Ideally, in the most simple, straightforward way possible. We achieve that with the form and interface that I mentioned earlier. So for this example today, I'm going to use a real estate law firm called Johnson & Associates. They need to analyze residential real estate documents before the time of closing. Certain information needs to be viewed at a glance instead of having to sift through the PDF document. And again, we're not using AI in a one-off scenario for this, and we're also allowing other people on the team to collaborate on one document if necessary. I'm going to kick things off using Omni, Airtable's AI builder. If you're migrating from either spreadsheets or another platform, all you need to do is import your CSV or Excel document here. I don't have those documents, so I'm going to ask AI to create some test data for me. So my test data is done generating, and I just want to flag, if you don't want to use AI to upload your test data, you can manually create a base and then add a table here and select either a CSV file, Microsoft Excel, or Google Sheets to upload your data. But for me, I have a table for documents, a table for clients of Johnson & Associates, and a table of team members, and that is called users. I just uploaded some PDFs so that we will have something to view in our interface here in just a second. But first, let's think about how these PDFs even get into the system. I mentioned a form earlier, so to illustrate the intake, I'm going to create that. The key feature that this video hinges on is what Airtable calls field agents. But before we create those, we have to give them something to analyze. That is why I created this form that requires a PDF or pasted text. First, I'll select the client, then I will select the document type, happens to be a PDF, and I will submit that to the database. Now we can configure our field agent. This first field agent will look for one specific data point, and that is the closing date. I'll create a new field and select Analyze Attachment. After I type my prompt, I make sure to map the relevant field, and then I select additional triggers. And I'll do it when certain conditions are met, which would be the PDF field is not empty, or the long text field, which is called pasted text, is not empty. That way, users can upload a PDF or paste their text. I will create that. Looks like my test purchase agreement was pretty old, 2013, but as we can see here in section 12, the date is indeed December 20th, 2013. Now that this field agent is configured, I can duplicate this field as many times for as many data points as I need. The good part is the conditions are duplicated, but I do need to change the prompt itself. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and add language around the pasted text versus attachment upload. We'll go ahead and make both optional so that it will always run. I'll delete the former one and save the one with the new parameters and proceed to create more field agents. So you might notice some differences. I cleared out everything except the one record. I changed the name field to just include the client and the document type. But most importantly, over here in the new field agents, they're in certain formats, like there's a dollar currency format, there is a number format. Some of these are single select and some of them are multi-select. That is configured in the settings of the field agent. You can go into the type and you have several options to select here. Now is when all of this comes to life in the interface. Interfaces always need to enable somebody to make a decision, empower them to take the next step, instead of just being a pretty dashboard. At Johnson & Associates, it's the same team member that uploaded the form that needs to see the analysis. They need to see it in an app interface so that they can continue work for the client. Since we have our data extracted and in a structured format, we can allow them to only see what is necessary and not be overwhelmed with unnecessary information. From there, we can organize documents by client, closing date, or any other data point that you extracted. So here I have all of our uploaded documents and they're sorted by the time that they were created. I can view the PDF or pasted text, and in this case we just uploaded a PDF, so let's click into it and see what it looks like. I have the summary generated by AI and it's just one sentence. That is under the overview section. I also have a key information section with the purchase price, inspection period, closing date, financing contingency, and any risk flags. Finally, I have a next steps section, and this is what drives the action from this interface. As the person assigned to this client, I can see clearly what I need to do from this document. If I want to include standard operating procedures in my prompt to the AI, I can do that very easily so that these required follow-up tasks are standard across all documents or selected from a predetermined list that is unique to your company. On the right hand side, I have the ability to leave a comment, and this is when the collaboration with the rest of the team comes into play. Something like messaging the broker that the signature is missing so that we can close on time. Instead of AI analysis being inconsistent and isolated, we call this ad hoc AI. This system leverages AI transformationally, bringing all of the analysis into one single place. Instead of sacrificing control and predictability, you're in the driver's seat every step of the way. You can still see the original document in the interface. You can open up the database and edit the field agents if you need to, and you can add new tables with more data so that this system becomes even more custom without losing control. This is the beauty of transformational AI. Tools like Airtable that help you build a sound system, and a consultative approach to problem solving, asking who, what, and how. All of these things help you remain anchored in real business outcomes. And a mastery of these tools can really transform your business operations. If you're interested in a second opinion on your system, or you just need help getting started, we offer a free assessment on your operation. Based on our mastery of these tools, we would tell you exactly how we would build it. Even if you decide not to work together, that information is yours. The link to book 15 minutes is below. If you want to take another step in building an app for your business with AI, we made a video on the best AI co-builders. We test the distance, the speed, and the experience, what it's like to build as a non-developer. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.